afternoon, everyone. Bobby Vincent, Director of Public Works within this beautiful, wonderful city of Richmond. I want to introduce you all to someone that's been taking care of not only the Department of Public Works, but also the entire city of Richmond. And that is our very own Mayor LeVar Stoney.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bobby. And good morning, everyone. I want to welcome everyone to South Side, South Richmond. I want to welcome everyone to the McGuire neighborhood as well. Today we're joined by Councilwoman Reva Trammell's with us as well. I've been told we are joined by the McGuire ladies as well. Ms. Johnson, Ms. Haskins.
Yes, thank you.
I appreciate y'all joining us today for a very important announcement. As you know, day in, day out, we're focused on infrastructure, public infrastructure here in the city of Richmond. We're focused on keeping our roads paved, our roads plowed, our alleys graded and clear, and as we can see today, we are focusing on installing sidewalks that are straight and seamless. As I said earlier, we can't do this alone. The administration can't do this alone. You got to do this with partners, and that's why I want to thank Councilwoman Trammell and her members of and her colleagues over the city council as well for the improvement we're seeing around the city, but also especially for the improvement we're seeing here in South Richmond as well. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge others who are involved, like our Deputy Chief Administrative Officer, Bob Steidel, and last but not least, the hard-working men and women of the Department of Public Works as well for the fine job they do throughout the great city of Richmond. As we're here today on McGuire Drive to witness just the latest improvement in the city infrastructure, it's yet another down payment on the promise of this administration to rebuild the transportation network of our city, the vital concrete and asphalt arteries and veins that pump life into our city and keeping Richmonders connected. You know, the first weekend I was in office, I realized how important our roads and alleys, sidewalks were. We had a really serious snowstorm in that first week I was in office, and really since that time, we have prioritized improvements to our system after years and years and years of neglect. We filled over 100,000 potholes, paved hundreds of lane miles of road, and regraded thousands of alleys throughout the city of Richmond. We've also set about the business of repairing and replacing sidewalks, which brings us here today to kick off our sidewalk maintenance program for the new fiscal year. Now, I know Bobby Vincent here will be the first to admit that we've still got a long way to go. Maintenance is a never-ending job. And I'm sure you can find a pothole or a cracked sidewalk or an alley that needs work anywhere in the city. But I think it's also clear that we've witnessed an increase in investment. We're making steady improvements every year, and we're moving in the right, positive direction. You know, 3 years ago, we were able to replace or repair 1 mile of sidewalks throughout the city. Last year, we managed to replace 2 miles of sidewalks throughout the city. And think of how long a mile is. How many of y'all can walk and run a mile right now? Everybody raise their hand. Yes. This is not only improving the infrastructure, this is a healthy city as well. So I know y'all can get out there and walk a mile. The question is, can you walk 2 miles? Yes. Well, I'm proud to say what we're doing in this fiscal year, we're going to lay down 8 miles of sidewalk repair and maintenance throughout the city. So now I got to make sure we up the ante a little bit. You're going to have to walk 8 miles around the city. Now, Bobby looked at the numbers recently. About a couple of years ago, we were essentially investing $400,000 roughly into sidewalk maintenance, repair, you name it, all right? Now we're up to $2.4 million in sidewalk maintenance and repair. That's a big deal. That's a $2 million increase over the last couple fiscal years. And the reason that this is all important because we have access now to a new tool in the tool shed known as the CVTA, the Central Virginia Transportation Authority. The city's share of the revenues generated by this authority provides the additional resources we need to make meaningful progress in meeting our maintenance needs. The result is the Department of Public Works is now hiring four additional concrete crews and 2 additional brick crews, a total now of 30 new employees focused on this. These additional crews will reduce the current backlog of concrete sidewalk maintenance requests from 6 years to 1 year. Brick sidewalk maintenance requests will also be reduced. DPW has also been able to streamline its processes and improve efficiency by combining its capital improvement program with maintenance under one umbrella. Now, the end result of all of this is more, better, and faster service to our residents and to our taxpayers. And when it comes to sidewalk maintenance, it means better and safer pedestrian access throughout our neighborhoods like we have here today. Now, Bobby Vince is going to come up here in a second to give you an idea of our program and our plan. Because this isn't just about our one sidewalk right here in Southside. It is about what we do for all of our neighborhoods. We are governing and working with an equity lens in everything we do, and this is no exception. Places that have been long forgotten are being gotten to in this administration. In fact, speaking of places long forgotten, in fact, I know crews were in Gilpin earlier this summer, and we're going to be in many city neighborhoods over and over again over the next year. The bottom line is this: your city is listening, and your city is working. It's working for you here in Southside, and we plan on working for everyone at every corner of this great city. It's getting better every day. We're proud to show off our progress. I want to thank everyone for being here today, and now I want to bring up to the podium my friend, the Director of Public Works, Bobby Vincent.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, and good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I do want to thank our citizens of the city of Richmond, our fine citizens such as Ms. Johnson and Ms. Haskins here, who keep in our ear the needs that are needed throughout our city of Richmond. We have been doing a lot of paving, as the mayor indicated, as well as sidewalk repair. We've been trying to do a better job in terms of keeping our streets clean and safe, but we also have to do a better job with regards to some of our other infrastructure needs, such as flooding and stormwater management throughout the city. And we are working with our sister agencies in order to make situations like that better. And I want to thank you all for making certain that we stay on top of those things. As the mayor indicated, we are increasing, as you can see behind me, our sidewalk crews from 2 crews up to 8 crews. And what does that mean? That means that we've already hired 10 people, and we've already promoted 4 people within our division. And so we have 10 more new hires that's needed in order to make this dream of our city complete. We've gone from 2,000 open work requests that's located throughout our city of Richmond, and we're going to lower those numbers down, as the mayor indicated, within the next 1 to 2 years, down to a 1-year backlog in terms of services that's related to sidewalks throughout our city of Richmond. So if we haven't been in your neighborhood yet paving, I'm certain that there's some adjacent streets that you can certainly attest to that we have been on. The same dream is there for us with regards to sidewalks. So I want to thank the mayor, as well as our state legislator, as well as city council for investing those dollars and entrusting the Department of Public Works to spend those dollars efficiently and wisely. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you all.
Bobby. Thank you so much, Bobby. And before we wrap up, I wanted to bring up my friend Reva Trammell as well, the councilwoman for the 8th District. And here's the deal: nothing in this city happens without partnerships. The mayor's administration partnering with city council and vice versa. We need partnerships because at the end of the day, when we are at odds, about the priorities of the city, which we share a lot of these same priorities, it is the residents, the taxpayers who are injured in the process. And I'm proud to have a partner in Ms. Trammell, who has worked diligently over the years to highlight some of the disinvestment that's occurred in South Richmond. And I'm glad to be with her today while we demonstrate investment in South Side. Ms. Trammell?
I want to take this opportunity to thank the mayor for keeping his word. When he was campaigning over here in the McGuire Civic Association area, he promised them that we were going to fix some of these streets and we were going to do the drainage too. I know some people got upset this morning, but the drainage does not fall under Bobby Vincent. It falls under Al Scott, which we'll have him here pretty soon. But like I said, I want to thank the mayor for doing all the paving that he has done in the 8th district. There are so many I cannot stand here today and mention them, but it's been a lot. And also he kept his word with fixing our streets, getting us some new sidewalks, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Mayor Stoney, thank you for caring about my citizens in our 8th district. Thank you.
Hey folks, we're gonna wrap this up. I just want to say this. Paving roads, fixing potholes, fixing sidewalks, laying down new sidewalks. Well, guess what? It's not the sexiest thing in the world. We heard that last week when Delegate Bagley talked about the CSO, the combined sewer overflow, how it's not the sexiest work in the world. But guess what? These are the projects that allow our city to run. If you want to be a serious competitor as a city, you have to focus on the non-sexy items. And that is picking up the trash, making sure the sidewalks are fixed, making sure the potholes are fixed as well, and paving roads. That's what we're committed to do. And I want to thank the partners who allow us to do it and the residents of the city of Richmond for investing your time, energy, and your dollars in your local government. With that, we'll open up the questions.
If people have questions.
We got any questions? The question was, do they have a grading scale for which sidewalks need attention? And I think, Bobby, we do, right? Just like we have for our roads and paving, we also evaluate and assess our sidewalks as well. So yes, there is a scale, you can say, on which areas of the city have the worst sidewalks as well. Bobby, you want to add to that?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Very good question. And we have assessed all of the sidewalks. We have over 800 miles of sidewalks located throughout the city of Richmond. And so the way that they're assessed and rated is based upon their proximity in terms of high density, as well as their proximity based upon economic development, such as restaurants, churches, local businesses, things of that nature, as well as schools. So we do have a rating system that is, in fact, not only looking at the condition of the sidewalk itself, but also the condition based upon the amount of people that utilize it. Very good question. Thank you.
Well, the question was, where are the rest of the CVTA dollars going for this fiscal year? Obviously, there's a breakdown on how much dollars go from the CVTA, the collection of those taxes go to GRTC, then they go to regional projects, and they go to localities for projects just like this as well. So you're going to see us invest in more paving and repairing of our roads, our sidewalks as well. The project that we're working on regionally that we've been talking about amongst the county leaders has been about the Fall Line Trail, which will go from Ashland to, I believe, Petersburg. And so that's been a priority of ours. Remember, the CVTA is early. It's new, and so we're working out personnel issues, things of that nature, and to get this authority on its feet. So a lot more projects to come, but I'm glad to already start receiving these dollars so we can put it to good use for the city's residents. Sure.
What's the projected amount this fiscal year?
I don't have the projected amount with me today, but we can get that projected amount to you. It's a lot to repeat, but I'm gonna let Bobby try the best to paraphrase and answer. Bobby.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Jeremy, for that question. The simple answer is that we could get into a neighborhood or on a street, and we could stay on that street all year long, literally. With the situation on Chamberlain, that's going to require multiple agencies to work on, not just the sidewalk crews. So we're also going to have to work with the Department of Public Utilities in terms of stormwater, and also determine why the indentation is there, which oftentimes means excavation work in order to work on the combined sewer system or the sewer system, or on a lateral that's going from a main into a facility. So it requires additional work. So when these guys come in, these guys can come into a neighborhood and they're out of there within 2 or 3 days. When we have to involve other agencies, it could require weeks. So we want to get as much work that we can do in as efficient and a timely manner as possible. So that's the reason why oftentimes people also talk about handicap ramps. Totally different crew. We can come in and do handicap ramps, but that doesn't mean that that crew is also going to work on any sidewalk work that's within that area.